All right, we're back to check our daily math review for today. So make sure you have out your colored writing utensil and your work from your daily math review for today, so that way you can check your work while I check mine. All right, number one, we have 5 plus 11. So we are adding, it's important to remember that. So we're adding 5, or we have 5 and we're adding 11 more. So let's draw our picture to help us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now that I've drawn my picture, if you drew yours, give yourself a check. I'm going to count it up to see how many dots I have to see what my answer is. So I know I have 5 over here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 16 as our answer. If you got 16 for your answer, give yourself a check. All right, let's move on to number 2. Number 2, we have 11 minus 6. So I'm going to start with 11 and then I'm taking away 6. So let's start by drawing 11 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I'm crossing off 6 because I'm subtracting. I'm taking away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to count up to see how many I have left. Before we do that, if you drew a picture and you practice that strategy, give yourself a check. So let's see how many dots I have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots left. If you got 5 for your answer, give yourself a check. Right, and let's move on to number 3. Make sure you have your place value chart, and I do see a thousands block, so make sure that you have a thousands place on your place value chart. If you drew your place value chart, go ahead and give yourself a check for that, and make sure you're using it to plug in all of your places. So let's start in our thousands place. How many thousands blocks do we see? We just see 1. So if you got a 1 in the thousands place, give yourself a check. Now let's move on to the hundreds. How many hundreds blocks do we see? We see 1. So if you got a 1 in the hundreds place, give yourself a check. And let's move on to the tens. 1, 2. We got 2 tens in the tens place. If you got a 2 in the tens place, give yourself a check. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. If you got a 5 in the ones place, give yourself a check. So these blocks represent the number 1,125. Right, today you could have gotten 9 checks for using all of those different strategies. Go ahead and count up your number of checks, see how many you got, and then set a goal for tomorrow. How many checks do you want to get, and what strategy are you going to use to make sure that you get all 9 checks? Right, boys and girls, we'll see you back here for DMR tomorrow.